Greetings, YouTube. I am at it again. Yes, another video. I probably never put out this many videos in this short a time, but like I said, I happen to get stuff. Well, I happen to get stuff one right after the other, and a lot of stuff that I thought I would probably want to review, so it's just kind of getting done all at the same time. So today we are going to take a look at Destro and The Baroness, which I just got yesterday. So let's have a look at the arms dealer and the master spy. All right, let's take a quick look at the packaging for Destro and Baroness. Destro's package is more of the same, although the artwork is a little bit different. It almost looks like Alex Ross did that or something. And is it just me, or am I just now noticing, well, not now, but once Destro came out and we saw package pictures, that his little collar thing was like a cobra? I didn't know that when I was a kid. It completely went over my head. Nice illustration going over to the side. Our obligatory poster, which I'm still not tired of. And Destro's expertise, skills, and specialties. So there's Destro. Then we got this big package for the Baroness. Here's a nice picture of her riding her Cobra Coil. And we will talk about the motorcycle in depth here in a little bit. Then there's just also this picture of a snake that is kind of an accessory, but we're not all the way sure if it's a gun or if it's like a gas gun or if it's just for show. We're not really sure what that's for. We got the Cobra Island there. Number 13. A big picture of Cobra Island, which I do like these island shots and the kind of recon that seems to be going on. That's cool. And if I did not mention it, Destro was number 3 in Wave 1. All right, so before we talk about the figures of Destro and Baroness, I want to go over the motorcycle. The Cobra Coil. So here is the Cobra Coil, and this hand grip comes loose in the package and you have to put it in. There's a ball joint here for you to put it in. It doesn't go in easily if you're just trying to do it, right away. I ran it under hot water for about 20 or 30 seconds and it popped in just fine. And the cool thing about it is that now that it's in there, it's on a ball joint, so it'll adjust, as you're trying to pose whatever figure you got riding this thing. Now, the bike itself. Let's talk about the bike itself. It is, how should I put this? It's a very good looking toy bike. It's sculpted well and it does what it's supposed to do. It's not trying to look like a certain kind of motorcycle. It's just a motorcycle, and it's like a futuristic one, and it looks fine, but it looks like a kid's toy. It looks like a well-done kid's toy, but it does look like a kid's toy. I'm going to compare it here to a couple of other toy motorcycles, one of which is also a kid's toy, and then the other one, which is kind of like a realistic looking bike, and you'll see what I mean here in a second. So let's look at those. All right, so here is the Cobra Coil. As I said, very good sculpt here. It just looks like a kid's toy. The, handlebars will turn the wheel and vice versa. Has a good Cobra symbol there. Good texture on the seat. That looks nice. Got your exhaust pipes here. Wheels roll very good. Some good detail here. Got your engine parts and such. The underside looks good. I mean, it's yes, it's a futuristic vehicle, but you know, as far as the sculpt and everything, like, it looks good. Transparent or you know, kind of see-through windshield here. This light part, that's not really like a light, more like metal, but it's fine. So again, this, as far as being a kid's toy, this looks great. And it does have a working kickstand, by the way. So it's good. It's real good, actually, for what I believe they were going for. Here we have another example of a kid's toy. This is the Batman Missions, I want to say. I could be incorrect there. I'll look it up and I'll put it up on here. But this is one of the Batman sets. It came with like a Batman, I want to say Dawn of Justice or Justice League, one of those. Came with a Batman figure that was terrible, but the motorcycles were good. And they had weapons on them, and it was perfect for 1/12 scale figures. So I've used this in a couple of stop motions, and you know, it does it look like a realistic motorcycle? Of course not, but it works for my 1/12 people, and it's, you know, it fits the bill. Then we have a realistic looking motorcycle. Okay, much different. Much different. Lots of detail here. And honestly, this thing was cheaper than both of those, which is hilarious to me. But this is a realistic looking motorcycle. Hard to find. I think I found this at a discount store, and they were like $5 or $6, and I got like 4 of them of different colors and different makes. Would people have been happier if they got this motorcycle in red and black for Baroness? Probably so, but I mean, it's, number one, you're not gonna go with a Kawasaki license. No one's gonna do that for a, you know, toy. And you know, it's just, it is what it is. They are going for a certain aesthetic. That motorcycle fits the aesthetic. I'm not mad at it. If I didn't like the motorcycle, then I can just either try to customize it, make it look a little bit more realistic, or whatever. But, you know, you can't really pass on the Baroness if you're collecting G.I. Joe. And who knows how she'll come out later. A lot of people like to say, well, these Cobra Island figures, they'll come out later in a regular release or something like that. We don't know that. We don't know what Hasbro is thinking. And I'm not going to pass up on major characters if I can at all help it. Just thinking that they're going to come out later in some kind of other release. What's later? Is that a month from now? Is that 2 years from now? I don't know. Okay, so real quick, we're going to go over Destro because he's been reviewed quite a few times as well. This is kind of a late review if you're talking about Destro. So I'm only going to spend a couple of minutes on him. But he is very cool looking. He is very reminiscent of his original design. He's got the Cobra collar, the gold necklace, the silver chrome dome, the black outfit. I like the accents that they put on it with these dark gray pads or inlays. He's got the missile on his wrist like he did in the cartoon. He comes with a holster. The holster is kind of garish. It's like a bright red compared to everything else, but I'm not mad at it. He's got a gold gun that goes in there. He also has this long kind of pistol, and then the ever-present briefcase that is probably carrying all his nefarious equipment and or money, his sculpt is very well done. I know when Destro first came out, a lot of people were like, now that is a good G.I. Joe, because he wasn't all garish, you know, unless you count this, but this was true to the cartoon, so no one's going to complain about that. But he didn't have like a gold, you know, hip or a crotch piece or a silver knee. Like he's very toned down compared to some of the other releases in the first wave. And Destro is cool. I mean, he always was cool. This is another one of my favorite figures, my favorite characters from the line, or from G.I. Joe period, but also in this line. So he was kind of hard to get though. Like, even if you were trying to do pre-orders, the pre-orders of him sold out very quickly in a lot of places. And you know, you could pre-order Duke, you could pre-order Scarlet, you could pre-order Roadblock, but for whatever reason, I mean, I guess because he's cool, Destro was selling out. All right, so let's take a look at the Baroness. All right, so here we have the Baroness in all her glory. And, you know, I gotta say it. I just have to say it. They really did well with her sculpt and her outfit. It is very, very good. It's modernized, but it looks like the Baroness from the cartoon. If you've seen any G.I. Joe episodes and you saw this figure, you'd be like, oh, they updated the Baroness, huh? Because she is unmistakably, she is unequivocally the Baroness. This is her. And she looks quite good, actually. I like the fact that she has, you know, obviously the glasses. You had to have the glasses. I like the fact that her hair is long and black, that her lips are red, and that she's slightly pale, and she has kind of a very, you know, slender face. This is the Baroness to me, you know? A very beautiful, evil spy that has an accent when she talks and happens to wear glasses. I don't think they would ever put a female villain or hero in glasses nowadays. But back in the day, yeah, she wore glasses and she didn't care. I suppose in the 80s, I wonder, was contacts out yet? Maybe they weren't. Hadn't thought of that. Okay, so looking at her outfit, she has some armor bits over kind of like an exosuit or under kind of armor, maybe like a chainmail or kind of like a Kevlar or something kind of suit. She has 2 holsters on the back, knife sheath here, nothing on her shins or knees, and nothing on the back because her hair is gonna, you wouldn't be able to put anything in the back anyway. Her hair's in the way. You have a nice breakup of shiny black, red, a dark gray or a gunmetal gray, and then some matte black. And it just looks great. It looks great. And then you got tiny hints of gold down here at the ankles. She is wonderful. And also on the glasses. Okay. And a little bit of gold on the glasses. Her articulation is standard, I guess, for a female G.I. Joe and for a female Marvel Legend. So before you wonder about it or ask, yes, it is a single jointed elbow. And quite honestly, it's not even a good single jointed elbow. I've seen single jointed elbows that go way past this. This is about as far as she's going. And I've seen Hasbro do better single jointed elbows than this. This is not cool. Like that's kind of, this is a fail. Like if I was rating her, this would knock her down a peg because that's not even 90 degrees. Really? That's dreadful. She's lucky that she has all kinds of points in other places, because that is not okay. That is a terrible single jointed elbow. All right, moving on. She's got sculpted Cobra symbols on her wrist. There we go, focus wise. On the chest, on her belt. And you move down to the leg area. You have more of that Kevlar kind of undersuit, more of that matte black, and then you got shiny black on her knee-high boots. And then, like I said, she's got the gold here. As far as articulation, she does have the drop-down hips like all the other figures, so she can kick real high. She can go out far. She does not have an ab crunch. The female figures kind of have a diaphragm joint, and then they also have the rotation at the waist, so that does afford them a good amount of movement even though they don't have an ab crunch. Head, obviously it's not going to be able to look back very far because her hair is very long. Even though it's soft, it's still going to stop her from looking up. You can use the diaphragm and the waist to get her to look up a little bit, but it's not very good. Looking down, that's decent. So, yes. And these shoulder pads, these shoulder pieces are kind of done differently. They're tucked into the shoulder joint so they don't impede movement, and they don't move with the arm. They kind of just stay there inside the butterfly joint, I think. So that's nice. So there's some nice stuff here. Very nice stuff here. Okay, let's have a look at the Baroness's accessories. So she does come with these two kind of weird looking big rifles. They're really designed to go onto the motorcycle, and they peg on either side of the motorcycle. So these are the kind of guns that I probably would leave on the motorcycle unless I was really just trying to do a certain shot with her. And they look pretty good. They're not hideous. All right, and then her next accessories are these golden pistols, and we've seen these before. Beachhead comes with one, Duke comes with one. It's the standard pistol for the G.I. Joe universe, although hers are painted in gold. So people complaining about stuff being painted, well, here, these are painted. They're gold, but they do have paint on them, so I guess you can't get too mad about it. And as far as like the gold weapons, with certain characters, it fits. Like Destro and Baroness having gold, gaudy weapons, or the Cobra Commander having gaudy weapons, that fits. Cobra always has outlandish weapons because Destro's making them. But like when the G.I. Joes have weird colored weapons, that's kind of off. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Then we have this thing, which is a coiled up Cobra metal robot thing that she can fit around her arm. And in the pictures, they have like a laser or something coming out of the front of it. I would think more that this would be something that would be like something that would release gas or something like that. It's well painted. It's well sculpted. It looks cool. It looks ridiculous. And I like it. Pure and simple. She also comes with this small dagger with a cool sculpted Cobra emblem on the end of it that is painted. Fits into her sheath. And she also comes with an alternate head sculpt, which is this biker helmet, which is kind of plain. It's got some good sculpt to it. I just noticed that there's fangs coming over the visor. case you didn't see that, because I just noticed that just now. But this is cool. I like the fact that it's plain. It doesn't even have a Cobra emblem on it. So depending on the ball joint, and it's pretty big, I can probably use this on anyone or many other people. So if I don't want to use it for her. All right, let's do some size comparisons, and then I'll get you guys out of here. Okay, so here we have Destro and the Baroness with a Articulated Icons Ninja, who is my Storm Shadow stand-in for the original Storm Shadow look, and also the Cobra Trooper from the Cobra Island Special Missions Wave. All right, here we have Destro and the Baroness with Gung Ho from the Gung Ho from the Wave 2 G.I. Joe Classified, and then Scarlet from Wave 1. And these are only 2 female figures that we've gotten. And as you can see, Baroness isn't wearing the biggest of heels, and she's even leaning to the side a little bit, and she's still taller than Scarlet. Scarlet looks like somebody's little sister. No, I really got to get to work on her. Every time I look at her, I just want to, take her apart. So I need to fix her. And here we have Destro and Baroness with my stand-in for Firefly, which is the Jazzwares Fortnite Havoc figure. And he's still looking pretty good. I'm almost thinking like, Hasbro, you really better do Firefly right, or I'm going to just keep this one. And then we have Beachhead over here with his beret that no one knew that he had or worn. I'm not going to really keep that on him. I'm kind of just keeping it on him so I don't lose it. I actually have plans for that beret. All right, so one last comparison here. Couldn't help it. He was laying there, so can't very well do a Baroness and Destro review without having Cobra Commander if you have him available. So final thoughts on Destro and the Baroness. Both figures are very, very good. Destro is probably the best figure in Wave 1, to be honest. I guess some people might argue Snake Eyes, the regular release, but Snake Eyes regular release weapons are terrible. His accessories are terrible. And Destro's are top notch. So I don't know, I might have to give it to Destro. And Baroness is very, very good. If not for her single jointed, and mind you, very poorly done single jointed elbows, she'd be much, much higher because she's very well done. The detail, the sculpt, the look of her, just the overall aesthetic of her, and her coming off as very, very reminiscent of the classic look for the Baroness. She's very well done. This is an excellent figure, besides the elbows. I don't know. I hope that there is a regular release of her. I really do. Like, even though I have her, I feel the pain of many collectors who can't find this line and are having trouble finding it. I don't know what Hasbro's thinking. I just don't. Like, it shouldn't be this hard to get the figures. It just shouldn't. There's really no excuse for it, to be honest. But those are my thoughts. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.